So today I'm going to be doing a video on this bike buggy thing that you're meant to pull behind a bike. It's like a little trailer. It's meant to be for children. So if you look in here, 2 seconds. If you look in here, there's a part that's meant to go up to a bar and you can fit 2 children into it, and they've got their little seat belts and such, and there's a little gap down there for their legs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be training Beauty to sit in this. There's a couple of reasons why I've decided to do this. I'm fighting a pillow, so obviously Beauty's legs don't need to go down there. I want to stuff that full. So, a couple of reasons why I've chosen to use this is because I have a diabetic dog, right? So Beauty is diabetic. Most diabetic dogs in the first 2 to 3 years of them being diagnosed diabetic will go blind. So I don't drive. I'm waiting on my theory test to be able to get my license to be able to drive. So until I actually have a license and a car, and I can afford insurance, etc., 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 I cycle to work. Now, my work is roughly 4 kilometers away from my house, which is, I don't know how many miles, 4 kilometers away from my house. So myself and Beauty will either walk or usually we cycle to work. So she runs alongside the bike. She has a sidebar and her pulling harness, and she's here, and I'm saying her name a lot so she wants attention. But there's a sidebar and her pulling harness, and that's how we get to work each day. So she gets her exercise by running in the morning, we stay at work all day, and then she runs back home. And obviously I cycle at her speed, so if she wants to walk, we walk instead. And if she wants to stop and take a break, we pull in, we take a break. But if she loses her vision at any point, it will not be a viable option for getting to work. So I won't be able to get her to run alongside me when she's got impaired vision, because that's just dangerous. She won't be able to move left or right if there's a drain in the road, or if there's a stick across the path or anything along those lines. She won't be able to help herself in that regard. So it won't be very safe for her to be running alongside. Another thing would be if at any point she injures herself, so she hurts her foot or her leg, or she's just not feeling well, I don't want to have to make her walk to work. Even if we walked at her pace, we walk nice and slow, if she's got a sore foot, she's going to make herself worse. So my options would be either leave her at home alone or make her walk to work, which obviously are not great options. So if I have this, then I can still bring her to work even if she can't see very well, or if she can't walk or run, or if she's unwell in any way, she can still sit in this and I can pull her to work. So the way it works is there's a fitting here. Yes, hello, I am here. Give me 2 seconds, please. All right, the way this works is there's a fitting on the front that attaches to the bike, and I can show how to fit that later on in the video. And then the bike itself has got a lid kind of cover on it that comes down over the front. So this entire inside here, there's 2 little windows in it, and it's a completely enclosed piece. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something soft in the bottom so she'll be comfortable sitting in it, and I have to just over time get her used to this sort of buggy, and then we can think about going out with the bike. So currently the front wheel here comes off. The only reason it's on right now is because if it's not on, the entire thing will tilt forward. So you can use it like a buggy. Yes, hi there. Someone is a little bit needy. I know, and my McFlurry cup fell on the floor. So with this, you can use it like a buggy, where it's got the front wheel, it's got the 2 back wheels, and it's got kind of like a handle there. Or you can take off the front wheel, and this attaches to the back wheel of your bike, and then you pull it along like a trailer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be leaving this fully assembled in my living room area for the next week or 2. And that way she can see it, she can smell it, she can see that it's not a danger in any way. And I'm just going to leave it here, and it'll be like a passive thing in the corner of the room. And whenever she's passing by, if she sniffs at it or if she at any point steps into it or such, I'm going to give her a treat. So I want her to know that it's a good thing, it's a positive thing. It's not scary, it's not any sort of punishment, it's not any sort of like scary creature that's eating her up when it closes. It's just like a crate. It's just able to move. That's all. So she's going to learn how to be in this. Then after a week or two, I'll bring her out around like the city inside it like a buggy, because if she panics and tries to get out or manages to bust out in some way, well, that's okay because we'll be walking. I can see that and I can grab her and I'll be like, no, it's okay. And I can reassure her and I'll have the lead on her at all times and that'll be fine. Then we can progress after she's comfortable with that to the bike. If I stick her straight onto a bike and I start cycling and something happens either through my fault where I've assembled it incorrectly, so I don't know, a wheel falls off, I don't want it to be while she's in it and she could be injured or escape or that sort of stuff into traffic. So everything really slowly. We're going to be starting in the sitting room. I might wheel it back and forth in the sitting room before I ever bring it outside. Then outside, we might walk alongside it so she understands it's not a scary thing. Then we'll walk with her in it, and then we'll progress to the bike. So it's going to be loads and loads of little tiny baby steps, and a lot of her just getting in it, sitting in it for a little bit, and then getting back out of it, and learning that she can come back out of it. It's not something that she's going to get in and be stuck there forever. It's nothing to be scared of. So that is the current plan, and it'll also actually be very useful in the winter for if it's icy, because I'm in a city, they will be salting their roads, and salted roads with ice are extremely bad for dogs' feet. And although she has boots for walking, when she's running with the bike, we can't use the boots because if they come off or they go crooked and such, they'll cause more harm than good. They're not made for her to be sprinting along in them. And they might, if they go crooked, I won't notice that they've turned or twisted or gone crooked or even fallen off while she's running until we've reached our destination and she's got only 3 boots on or she's got an injured foot, etc. So this is just a safer option altogether. So we are going to be working on this over time and we're going to see how we go. First thing I want to do is, Beauty has a mat that she likes to sleep on. It just stays on the floor beside my bed for whenever she's too warm to be in the bed, but I don't want her lying just on the hard floor. So it's just a thin enough little mat, but it's comfortable and it smells like her and she likes it. Then she's got this old pillow that is currently covered in hair because obviously she was lying on it. I don't want to change it because I want it to smell like her. So I'm just going to put that in there for now. Alright, I'll probably get something better, like a more permanent bed that's maybe wiped clean and stuff, because again, if she's old, she might be peeing herself and I'll need to be able to clean it every now and then, or whenever that happens. Or if she's hopping in and out of it and it's raining outside, she might be putting mud in there. So I want to make sure it stays clean. And then what I'm going to do next is, I've got some little sandwiches. You like the little sandwiches? Yeah, I know, you see the sandwiches? Good girl. What we're going to do is we're going to take a few of the little sandwiches. But my hand is stuck in the packet. And we're just going to put one there. There you go. And there's 2 actually. Good girl. So it's not that scary. I'm bracing it with my leg to make sure it doesn't roll somewhere. Beauty. Good girl. You have to come around this side. Come here. Beauty, come around. Come. Good girl. A little bit. Do you want to get in? You able to get in? Beauty. Oh, such a good girl. So that's a positive thing. We reward that. Very good girl. You want to get in more? You want to get in more? She's still leaning on it. She's got 2 feet on it. This is absolutely fantastic. I know. You really like your sandwiches. Alright. You want to get in entirely? You able to do it? The further she leans, the more treats she gets. Good girl. So she doesn't seem afraid of it. She's just a little unwilling to get into it. And I would be too. If I'd never seen a car before and someone was like, hey, hop in, I would not want to. It's a weird box. I don't want to be in the weird box. So I understand. I get it. You're doing very, very well considering. I know. Good girl. We try that again. We get some more little sandwiches. More sandwiches. All right, Beauty, in. In. Go on. Get in. I know. So she is nearly entirely in. She's only got her back feet out. Right, Beauty, in. Go on, up. Up. Oh, such a good girl. Go on, up. You able to go in? Go on. In you go. And she is entirely in. Now, she's obviously not sitting in it properly. Good girl. She's got her leg under the front of the mat. But, good girl. My hand is so slimy from her drooling. Good woman. You able to just move in a bit more? Look, move in. Oh, good girl. Sit. Very good. Very good. Good girl. So now she's in. She's realised it isn't as big a deal. She doesn't care in the slightest. She's like, there's food to be had. That's all I care about. So now instead of food every 2 seconds trying to get her in, she just gets one every couple of seconds instead. I'm going to slow down how frequent it is because she's done the thing we want her to do. We want her to realise that it's comfortable to be in there, that it's not just a constant thing of here's food to stay. So I've run out of food here for a minute. We're going to see how she goes. Good girl. What do you think? She's giving it a sniff. Good girl. We move on to petting. Because obviously when we're cycling, we don't have a little tube system set up from the bike into the compartment that we're going to be dropping treats every 2 meters. So we want to make sure she's happy to actually be in there. Yeah, it smells like your bed because it is your bed. Yeah? What do you think? She's exploring it a bit. Good girl. She's looking to us for us. Us being me and my phone. I don't know who I'm actually talking to, but because there's no one here, she's looking to me to see if there's, any sort of treats coming her way, or if she's being told that she's not allowed to be in there, or if there's something bad. She's looking for a little bit of reassurance. That's perfect. That's very good. She's sniffing. She's like, oh, this kind of smells familiar. Good woman. Aren't you? You are. Right, we get some more sandwiches? What do you think? You want some more sandwiches? The car's after pulling up outside. Good girl. Wait there. I'm just moving a few steps away. Good girl. So you can see it's plenty big enough for her. She'll probably be able to sit up, not entirely straight, but she'll be able to sit nearly straight, like she's doing now when the cover is on. So I'm going to take out a few more little sandwiches. I know. Very good. Now, instead of a handful of sandwiches, you'll be getting one little sandwich at a time. Very good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sit down here. She might hop out, she might not. Very good. Aren't you? I'm going to throw one in. Let her move around a little bit. Let her realise. Again, I'm going to just brace my foot against this because I don't want it moving and scaring her. And the other end of it is against the wall because obviously this is made to either have a person on the other end holding the bar, pushing it. So I don't want her going too far back and it tilting. Oh, you nearly got it. It's on the floor, bud. You able to reach out and get it? You can get it. No, she said that was a lost cause. Very good, girl. Oh, you caught it and I didn't get it on camera. I'm sorry. You get that one on the floor? Yep. Good girl. Out she gets. She gets a sandwich. You going to go back in? No, go on. Back in you go. Go on. Beauty, in. You have to go in? Beauty, up. Oh, such a good girl. 2 little sandwiches immediately. Very good. So in and up is usually what I'll say when I want her to either go up a path when we're cycling, or if I want her to hop up onto, say, the couch or the bed or that sort of stuff, or if I'm letting her know she's allowed to. So this is all very, very good, isn't it? It is. Such a good girl. So today this is all we're going to be doing. That's it. I'd say we'll stop now in a minute because we've left it on a good note. You always want to finish on a good note. You don't want it to be like shoving your dog into a crate or shoving them into a trailer and being like, no, you must stay here. No, she has the choice. She's allowed to leave if she wants to. She's realised that. She hopped out to get that little sandwich. I asked her to get back in. She hopped back in. She immediately got a reward. She's going to, over a few days, go, hold on, maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe this is a fun thing. Maybe this is a good thing. And hopefully we'll get you all comfortable in there, okay? And obviously I'm doing this now even though she is not blind, nor is she lame or injured, because I can't train her to do that when I could train her to do it when she's older, when she's injured or blind, but it would be a lot more difficult and it would be a lot more time restrictive. Is she going to lie down? She looked like she was considering it. I'd be very happy if she did, because that would be just her going, okay, maybe it's a bed. If we think it's a bed, then obviously it's safe and comfortable, because beds are not dangerous. Now, are we good? What do you think? Good girl. We'll leave it at that for today. And what we'll do is we'll do another day of this. And then the following day I might try put down the roof. Because obviously as soon as the roof comes down, it's a new thing. It's a scary thing. You know, I'm trapped is what she's going to think. So we're going to take it slowly and easily. And we'll see how we go. Isn't that right, girl? And another car is going past. How dare cars pass our city apartment in the city? How dare they, right? Good girl. So I stopped filming about 25 minutes ago, and Beauty hasn't left the buggy or whatever we're going to call it, the dog mobile, because she's realised that if she's in there she'll get sandwiches. So then she lay down. So obviously because she's lying down, I have to give her more sandwiches. Guys, I can't keep giving her sandwiches indefinitely. She'll get fat, and then the buggy won't be able to hold her, and she'll be unhealthy and fat again. Help. It has been 3 or 4 days now. Oh, sorry, buddy. There you go. It's been 3 or 4 days now, and we've just been coming in and out of it every morning and evening, and we've gotten to a point where it doesn't need to have the treats in it or the bed in it, and she'll hop in before I even get the treats. I'll tell her to hop in. She just hops in. She's happy out. So if she's hopped in without the comfort of the bed and the familiarity of like the smells of the bed and the pillow, then I'm pretty sure she's ready to progress to the top being down. So what I'm going to do is, good girl, wait. I know, we're going to just do one corner of it. Alright, so it basically attaches with just Velcro here. Now, wait. Good girl, see, it's still kind of open. Good girl. Now, wait. We'll do the other side. I'm not doing it properly, because I still need to be able to reach under it. Good girl, wait. Now, see? And I can still give you a treat in there. Good girl. Now, ideally, when this is on properly, there's no open part at the front there. But we're just slowly but surely getting used to it, aren't we? And also, the top won't be sagged down like it is there, because it'll be pulled tight. But we're just getting used to it. Good girl. I'm gonna sit down. Wait a minute. Good woman. What do you think? I feel like I'm being judged. I know, the treats ran out. What happened? What happened? Good girl. So she's not freaking out. She's not in any way panicking. So I'm going to undo it. Good girl. Let's put it back up here. Very good. Now, what do you think? And sit back down. Huh? What happened? It's like magic. Yeah, you can come if you want. Good girl. I know. Good girl. Now, we are progressing. Okay, so it has been about a week and a half of me just letting Beauty hop in and hop back out. And this is the point we've reached. We've got her mat in it, her emotional support narwhal, and I've got a very short lead, 1 second, that I've put around here that just goes to inside, and it doesn't actually reach outside of it. It's just about the length of it. So this is going to attach onto her harness. So if she's lying down, it'll still reach the floor. And if she tries to stand up and leave the buggy or trailer or whatever we're calling it, she can't. So it'll just be as a sort of a backup thing. She'll still have her lead on her, but this is just a backup just in case she suddenly started running or whatever. If she got a fright, if a car backfired and she thought it was a firework or thunder or whatever happened. So, Beauty, come here. Beauty, in. In you go. Up and in. Good girl. Now, we'll take this. We'll hook it onto you here. Good girl. Move around. Turn around. You turn around. You turn around just a little bit. No? Alright, up to you. Good girl. Now we'll be closing it down because we've been working on this as well. We close down this side. And we close down this side. and we're all good. And there she is. She looks miserable. She really does. She's pressing her head against the little hairs are coming through. But once she's in it a minute or two, she relaxes and she lies down and she's all good. She hasn't tried to break out of it. All good signs in my opinion. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be taking this outside and I'm going to walk her alongside it. So she's not going to be in it. She's just going to be alongside it and she'll be able to see it. And if she goes well, on the way back home, I'll pop her into it and we'll see if she'll be happy for me to wheel it around. Which means, where did that one focus? I need to take off the bike attachment part here. So that's easy enough. It's literally just two little peg clip things. So you just pull the clip here and down and pull the clip here and down. You pull them out like a little pin. That's one. And that's two. What are you doing? Trying to see what I'm doing? Good girl. And that's that off. And that's the two pins that go with it. Simple. What do you think, bud? I know that was a weird noise. It was a weird noise. But you're okay. You okay? Good girl. It's okay. You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. Alright? So we'll pop her back out now in a minute. Wait. Wait. Obviously I want her to learn to wait before she gets out of it, because I don't want her popping out onto a road or such. Good girl. Wait. I'm going to undo your hook. Wait. Yeah, how'd you come? Good girl. Very good. And she's gone. Good woman. I know. Look at you. Look at you. This Gucci face. Now, so we're going to try this outside and see how we go. So originally I was going to have this all be one video, but really it's getting too long now. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to split it into 2, possibly 3 parts. So this part is just how to get the dog used to the buggy trailer, etc. And then I'll do a part on how I got her used to it moving and how I settled her if she doesn't react well to it, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to have to split it up a bit here, and as compensation, here are some Tia and Toby zoomies from a few months ago. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll do my absolute best to help you. Thanks for watching.